Hi friends, today I am going to explain about static and instance blocks in Java. Let's see what is static block in Java. A static block in Java is a block of code inside a class that is declared using static keyword. It is executed automatically at the time of class loading. Let's see an example inside VS Code. Let's create a main.java file and here we all know that we have public static void main inside the class, main method inside the class. But if we want to execute anything before main, we are going to create a static block. Static block is using, we can create static block using the static keyword. So this is a static block. We have created this block using the static keyword and we are printing something inside the static block, static block 1. And this is a static block. And inside this is a main method. You all know that whenever a program starts, it started from a main method. But before main method, something executes that is a static block. So whenever the program is started, first the static blocks are executed, then we go for main method. So if I compile the code, it compiles fine. If I run the code, the output is static block 1, then main method. This is the output. Before main method, static blocks are executed. If we have multiple static blocks, that is, if I create another static block, now the execution order is top to bottom. First static block is executed first, and then second static block, and then main method. So if I compile the code, it compiles fine. And if I run the code, the output is static block 1, static block 2, then main method. This is the output. So this is how static blocks works in Java. Static blocks are created using the static keyword and these blocks are executed before the execution of main method. So let's see some key characteristics of static blocks. It runs only once when the class is loaded. Every static block is executed only once. Use it for initializing static variables or executing one-time setup code. That is, if you want to execute anything at once only, then we can declare those in static blocks. Within a class, we can declare any number of static blocks, but all static blocks will be executed from top to bottom. The execution is order. The execution order is from top to bottom only. We have already seen this example. Let's go for instance block in Java. An instance block or instance initializer block in Java is a block of code inside a class that is declared without any keyword. It runs each time an object is created. Let's see an example in VS Code. Here we are created static blocks using static keyword. But instance blocks are creating we do not use any keyword to create an instance block. This is an instance block created without using any keyword. This is what we call instance block. So instance blocks are executed when the object is created. If the object is created, the instance block is executed. If the object is not created, the instance block is not executed. So here I have created the main m is equal to new main object. So now the instance block is executed. So if I run the code, if I compile the code, it compiles fine. And if I run the code, the output is instance block 1. Here the output is instance block 1. If I create another object, it executes two times. The for first object it executes once, and for second object it executes another time. So if I compile the code, it compiles fine. And If I run the code, here it executes two times. Instance block 1 is being printed two times because these are two objects. There is a two objects. If we have 100 objects, the instance block is being executed 100 times. And the another rule is instance blocks are executed before the execution of constructor. Here, if I take main constructor, here I have taken a constructor. That is a default constructor. Now, if I run the code, the output is instance block 1 and then constructor block. The instance blocks are executed before the constructor. So now if I run the code, if I compile the code, it compiles fine. And if I run the code, output is first instance block 1 and then constructor block. First the instance block 1 and then constructor block. So instance blocks are executed before the execution of constructor. And let's see some key characteristics. Instance blocks runs every time a new object is created and executes before the constructor in the object creation process. First the instance blocks are executed, then the constructor is being executed. And useful for object specific initialization task. If you want to initialize anything, then we can write inside the instance block. And we have already discussed about the example. So thank you. Please like, share and subscribe for more videos.